Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so it looks like a little gift. Aw, and notes. This is nice. I feel a little bad that it's taken me so long to open these. Alright, so let's see what's in here. Alright, lots of stuff. And it looks like there's a bunch of baggies. So it's been a really long time. I think this was back in, oh, maybe May? Alright, so first thing is some clear beads. I was trying to see if I could see what, I think they're probably acrylic, but because it says decorative. Oh, actually this is kind of brittle, so I can, yeah, they're definitely acrylic. Some clear acrylic barrel beads. Let's see. Oh, this is just a mix of a lot of different glass beads. I can feel from the weight that these are glass beads. So, this baggie is a little broken, but it's just a mix. So I'll go ahead and alright, so just a good mix of different beads. These all appear to be glass beads. And it looks like there's some pastels down here and then all the way up to some jewel tones. Good. This little guy fell out. This looks like rose quartz. Ooh, there must be a hole in the bag. Oh, nice. So I don't think they're not, oh, actually this one's definitely drilled. So maybe they all, no, that one looks like it was started, they started to drill it, but it's not quite drilled. That one looks to be drilled, so maybe more for wire wrapping, but some pieces are drilled and some are not. They have a real pink tone, which I know is hard to tell, but they have a pink coloring to them. Pink and white, like a rose quartz. So there's that. So again, this is like just a little gift, and it looks like there's like a little cluster here, which I think I like the finding underneath it, so I'll probably take that apart. All right, let's see what else we got in this little grab bag. These appear to be glass too. They are, oh, they have cat's eye barrel finish. They're like a sky blue. Pretty. And hopefully you guys can see the cat eye type of finish, which I had to look up to see what this was called, because these are similar to an old pair of earrings I used to like, but I had round ones, but these would look really pretty on what I call my sway earrings, which are like the 3 straight pins. So those are pretty. So those are like a sky blue barrel bead with a cat's eye finish. What else? Ooh, and in a similar tone, but this is a very pretty green. It's like a gray green. Not like quite an army green. Ooh. That is pretty. So I'm not sure quite how many are here. 3, 5. Let's see, 3, 5, 5. I'm just doing a quick count. 20. So maybe about 30 of each, it looks like. A good amount, and I cannot remember what I paid for this. But again, this was a good while ago. And this came from eBay. I'm glad to see I have some black ones because I'm starting to work on some jewelry for New Year's Eve. Whoa! A little bit of a wildfire. And there are seed beads. Just a mixture of glass beads, which are pretty. So I'm going to gently put these back down. Got some running away. That's all right. Just kind of try to keep things in their own region here. I should probably have a bead mat down so that things don't roll all around, but that's fine. All right, so some black glass beads of just a mixture. There we go. And it's funny that there's two little cat's eye pink glasses or pink beads in here. So I think whoever sold these had similar interests. All right. If those black ones will stay put, I'll open the next baggie. The next baggie, ooh, have a beautiful rainbow finish to them. Nice. They have a clear color. I actually like the sound of dropping beads. If you guys haven't heard of it yet, there Fire Mountain Gemstones does like a bass bead bag. I think it's called Boss Bead Bag. And if you purchase that, it's I guess everything that's fallen on the floor. I think it's just kind of discards. I don't know if it truly really is that, but there's a little backstory that goes with it that basically says their boss had determined that anybody who drops things has to pick it up. And so now they have a little, they offer just like a paper bag. Next time I get one, maybe I'll do an opening on my channel. But basically it's just a mixture of different beads. So, yeah, dropping the beads reminded me of that. These have a really pretty rainbow finish. Let me see if I can just get one. A lot of pretty iridescence to that one. Those look like they might be 6 mil. All right, and then here's just a little baggie of, a mixed baggie of red, and I think I can definitely see this going into like a wire worked bracelet. Oh yeah, there's even like little charms that somebody worked on. Oh, there's some coral pieces. If you look there, that's coral, red coral. I don't know. There's a lot of different shades here. Just kind of sorting through so you can see them. Ooh, that's a pretty bead. That one's really pretty. But I could definitely see this in like a wire worked bead soup style bracelet. So don't mind me dropping them. I'm not worried about it if you're not worried about it. Even if you are worried about it, I'm probably still not going to be that worried about it. All right, so there's the red mix. Everything is able to be cleaned up. So these are some purple acrylic. Ooh, they're very pretty purple. I'm not a huge fan of acrylic beads, but there's a time and a place for them. I mean, the good thing is that they're lightweight. I'm just not a big fan of plastic beads. I like glass beads, and I like that they provide more weight, but these are really pretty. You can definitely see. How pretty they are. It's definitely a really vibrant coloring to them. So there's some pretty purple plastic beads. I'm gonna put those on a bigger one. So those are acrylic, I believe, or plastic of some type. And then we've got a couple of different bead mixes. Here is one of them. This all appears to be round beads, round glass beads. I see some evil eyes, which there are some red ones and some blue ones. Whoop. Okay. I really like having these mixed bags because they add a lot to, sometimes, if I'm not sure what I want to make, it's nice to just open a baggie up or to sit down to make like a wire work bracelet. And then what I'll do is I'll pull some aside out of that mix that I want to use on earrings or something more specific. So that's what I like to do with stuff like that. All right, so here is another, all right, baggie of glass beads. Ooh. And I will have to do this in a couple different ones, so I'll just show you a little at a time. There's a lot of matching beads in here, so I'll have to sort these out into a tray because there's so many that actually match like this light tan color. Pretty neutral. That's a pretty neutral glass color, which is interesting because I don't feel like I have any beads like that. Maybe it came off of probably a necklace or just a strand. These have really pretty coloring to them and interesting. They're all interesting pieces. They're running away. So pretty. Excuse me while I fiddle around and catch round beads that of course want to roll away. That's all right. It's all good. Okay, so there's some pretty crackly beads. That blue one's really nice crackle. Got a nice crackle finish. I'm gonna put some of these back in the bag, but just so you have an idea. Ooh, that green is pretty. This particular bead is very pretty. So lots of good stuff in here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I think that the rest of the bag is our little pieces that you've kind of already seen, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in the bag. But you get the idea of those, and you can see them out here to see what that mix is. This is just, I feel like I'm just gonna put these with this other black set. 3 little black glass beads, little barrel shape. They just kind of came separated. Here is a, I think it's a strand, it looks to be. Ooh. These have a really nice feel to them. They're, let's see, a hexagon. Which I don't actually have a ton of black beads, which I've noticed recently that I don't have that many black beads, which is weird because black is my favorite color to wear. It's not my favorite color, but it's my favorite color to wear, so it would make sense that I'd have more black beads, but I don't. So these look really pretty as they move, and they feel very nice. Because they're hexagons, they don't feel like a square and they don't feel like a round bead, so they just have nice texture to them and they're very smooth. So those are pretty. These two would look really pretty together in a project. All right, so these look to be like an amber glass, colored glass. Very pretty. These will be pretty in fall. I mean, obviously, actually I could use them in a summer project too, I think. Pretty amber tone to them. Let's see. These little 6 mils really like to run. All right, what's next? Let's move these a little closer to make room for the new beads. All right, so this is just a mixed bag, a literal mixed bag. So let's see. You know what I can do? I can use this little tray here to pour them out on. Ta-da! Very pretty. All right, so it looks like we've got some green beads. These just kind of need sorted. There's some acrylic. This is just a total bead soup, if I've ever seen one, which is fun. Like this bead, well, not quite. I thought this bead went with these guys. Oh, it does kind of. Actually, there's a mix of non-cat's eyes in with these, and that one matches those. So, ooh, that looks like it might be like a malachite. But I think it's faux. Yeah, it's plastic, but it reminds me of the game Sorry, like the little pawns. All right, so this is just like a little bead soup. I'm gonna put this back in its original baggie, but I just wanted to give you guys a view of what that is. So, actually I'm gonna just put this in the bigger baggie. It'll be quicker and easier to pour into. Alright, so there's a little bead soup. So I don't necessarily think that one was exactly the same as this one. Alright, so then it looks like, oh, I actually have a really pretty Victorian bead embroidery project. So that's what this is. It's not mine, obviously. I'll have to show that sometime. But it's a little piece of Victorian bead embroidery, I can tell. That's very brittle and falling apart. I would love to do, to use these and make something out of it. I actually have a couple strands of vintage Victorian beads, and I believe it's Victorian era, not Edwardian. I think it's Victorian. And yeah, I have a really pretty antique collection of these framed, and I appreciate these so much. So this was a nice little thing to see and find, especially not knowing what was kind of in here and coming. I really appreciate that, seeing that. So I want to do something with those. All right, next, it looks like these are a one strand of, these also look to be maybe 6 mils. They're not rainbow. Oh, they're crackle. That's pretty. So a crackle clear strand, pretty good length. Yeah, these are pretty. Definitely plenty to work with here. And oh, these would go really well with, I'm not completely done with working with the December bead box, and these would look really pretty with that blue, that silver and blue color palette. Some have like more crackle than others, and I think it adds to like a textured effect. So these are very pretty. All right, so those are clear. Oops, my amber's running away. All right, what's a good black? These are little wooden beads. Those are cute. I don't think I need to take them out. They're just little wood beads. Little, they all have their own character. They're like an organic shape. They're not all symmetrical at all. All right, let's see. So more barrel beads. These are a lighter green. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, I think these are my favorite. These are very pretty. The tone of these, oh, I like them. So they are like a barrel cat's eye glass bead. These are even prettier. I like both of them. These are more muted and closer to like a gray or brown. And then these are more like a brighter green. But they're not like green. So very pretty. Can you see? Yes, you can. All right. So what's this? Oh, I think I know what this is. Okay. Oh, my brain is freezing right now. This is a gemstone. Peridot maybe? I'm thinking. I might be wrong. So if you know what this is and I don't, please tell me. To me, it looks like maybe a peridot stone. They look like rock candy. They have, well, that's probably where rock candy gets its name from, duh. But they definitely have like a organic shape to them. There's a lot here. A lot to use. These would look great with that amber color too. So they feel nice. Definitely a stone because they're cold to the touch. So those are nice to have. Good. I really wonder what I paid for all of this because this is a nice little grab bag. These look like a plastic rondo, and I think they are. Yeah. Well, they might be glass. They're glass. They are. And they're kind of a bicone, but they're very interesting. Let's see. So you can see. They're like definitely not an AB finish. They have an interesting cut to them. I don't know that they're not symmetrical. Maybe they're like hand cut. I don't know. They're not all the same. They have the same intended shape, but they're all slightly different. Let's see. Sorry if it's not focusing. Also, sorry for all the creaking. It's very windy. And so there's a lot of creaking and settling going on. So if you hear that, that's what that is. So there's a good amount of black in here, which is nice because I did notice that I don't have a lot of black. I think these are lampwork beads. Very Chicago Bears vibes going on. Which I don't like the Bears. And I'm not a big fan of orange, so I might maybe sell these, or I'm not sure. Maybe I will make them into earrings because there is 2 of each, or a bookmark or something, and sell them. But they're pretty. They're just not my style. But that's the thing about a grab bag, is you don't always get stuff that's your style. But I think that somebody would probably like these. Maybe even somebody watching might like something like this. So yeah, they're just not my taste, but they're very pretty because they're lamp work and they look handmade, and they have a really nice handmade finish to them. So I could definitely turn them into a pair of pretty earrings each, or maybe put them in a bracelet, or put them together actually in something. That's part of the challenge, is to get new items that you wouldn't normally use. All right, so hopefully you guys can see those. Yep, plenty of room over here. All right, so let's see what these are. These appear to be handmade too, but maybe I can definitely tell that they came off of a project with string in them, because anytime beads have sat for a long time on like a strand, they get these like colored holes. So I've taken a lot of projects apart, and you can kind of see these. They look like they're hand painted. Sorry. I like that sound. Oh my goodness, but I'm not intentionally doing it. Sounds like beads. All right. So, moving on here. Now we have some actual round cat size glass beads. I bet these are maybe 8 mils. These are almost identical to a pair of earrings I had that inspired those sway earrings that I've talked about, my favorite earrings. So actually it's it's interesting that I'm getting something with these in them because I have been wanting to recreate them. So if I could get these, like a brighter green of these in rounds, I could remake my exact earrings, because they had this on one of them and then they had like a green. I had, I think, 3 pairs, and this was definitely one of them. So I'm definitely going to recreate those earrings. That'll probably be the first thing I make with all of this, is remaking my favorite earrings. These are some white. They definitely need cleaned. White beads. I think they're glass. I always have to feel everything. Yep. White glass beads. These just need to be cleaned. A little cleaning and they would be pretty, and they'll go into new projects and have a whole new life. Oh, I got 1 barrel bead left in here from the first baggie I opened. I think this was one of the first baggies I opened anyway. So there are those little guys. They just need cleaned up and they'll be perfectly fine to use in something new. All right, we're down to, I think, 5 baggies. So what are these pretty little lime greens? Bicones. Bicones, like diamond shapes. These really take you back. And these are glass. I can feel them. They have that citrus lemon lime color to them. And they definitely need to be used up because they're so pretty and vintage. I like them. And they're gonna look really good in a project. So there are the green beads, the citrusy green beads. And these are some rounds. So I think whoever sold this lot or had these before, I have a red sequin. An extra little guy. Whoever had these before, I think they took a lot of projects apart and just kind of had a collection. And because I can tell that these were used in a project too. So actually, I think I could use like this color with white and black and make something pretty. If it's hard to say if that's what I will do, but I could definitely do that. I could see this being used together with these white rounds and maybe some black. Like right there. Actually, if I put them all together, obviously, yeah, I think they would go really nicely together. They would play well. So, but all of this needs cleaned. So I think that they just lived in somebody's stash for a long time and now they need cleaned up. These are very lightweight. I don't know if they're metal or not. I don't think so. Nope, these are just some plastic gold beads, which would go great on some ornaments or charms or maybe bookmarks. Something simple. Wow, I totally had that closed and tried to put everything back in there. So there's some gold beads right there. These are a little more of the same, but just a little smaller. And we only have 1 baggie left. And I'm seeing jet black with that purple blue AB finish. And these are glass. Ooh, these are actually, oh, wow, they're not black. They're actually like a garnet red. Let's see. Hopefully they'll come up. Wow, this is best for last. These, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're in red. Let's see if I can try to hold it up. Probably not. And I bet my red fingernail polish isn't going to help the case. But they definitely have a red. They appeared black at first, but they're actually a very deep, deep red. So these are really pretty. really pretty. Let me see if I have maybe something white to put it on. I don't know if that's gonna make it show up or not. Nope. Nope, that was just not gonna work. So, I will try to do a picture. These came off of something, and these are really pretty. They definitely looked like they were black. Let me put a couple black beads on, see if that will show the color difference. So these are black, but these are deep, deep red. Oh, I wish that I could show these better, but they're really, really pretty. Wow. These are definitely a see it in person bead because they are just really pretty. So I'm going to put those right here in between the red and the black. So those were definitely the best thing. And I did not plan this, but the best was last. Well, in my opinion, but I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are, what you like the best. But I'd say of everything, these are my favorite beads. These are the ones I want to get washed up, other than the cat's eye beads, which I gravitated to first. But there's a lot of good stuff here. And if you just keep your eye out on eBay, a lot of times you can find things like this that are just lotted together. People getting rid of their stuff and destashing, and you can get it and then give it all a new life. So, all right, thanks. This was Clover and Crown.